Welcome back to another episode of Enigmatica 6 Expert, where last episode you may have been yelling at me to use the magma blocks like I looked up in the book that also said they made heat. So this guy's currently comfortably sitting around about 128, 129 degrees, processing that crude oil, and this guy is running, but he's not having a problem keeping up. And I should put that back in there. Yes, so eventually these will turn into netherrack, which is kind of what put me off, and look, that just happened. Kind of what put me off initially. But in saying that, like, can we turn this off, or does he maintain temperature? Yeah, I think that's not a bad way of doing it, until we get to the point we can comfortably run this vortex tube. But yeah, that's working pretty good. So yeah, tidied up the Pneumaticraft area in here a little bit. Just moved it out of the center of the room. So I would like to start heading towards refined storage. And then we're going to be able to get into power, or power, for powering this thing. And just having a quick look at the recipe, it doesn't look horrendous. It's not too bad. Like, none of this stuff is particularly difficult to make. Obviously the pressure chamber, that's the exception there. Unless, like, all the like, what are they called? Maybe I should have looked at this first, but the bits where you can put recipes in. Crafters, unless they are difficult, which I mean, oh. Okay, so there are some, oh dear, alright. So there are going to be some challenges in getting a lot of crafters, like mechanical crafters aren't too bad. Yeah, but again, once we start getting refined storage set up, we can, set up this as a recipe and hopefully find a way to automate it. And what are storage parts? Okay, so they need some stuff. They need some stuff. Okay, they require some stuff. Oh. Okay. Oh, we need memory essence. Memory essence? Okay, this is going to be a bit more than I was thinking. Okay, so maybe we don't think refined storage is just on the horizon. That might not be the case. We'll see how we go. Let's start with building this pressure chamber. It's required in a lot of recipes. We need it. We need it. It's a lot of these reinforced bricks, which was just that concrete powder, and seared bricks, which is grout. That's some more of the same. Compressed iron's not bad since we've got the villager. A few of these. They're slightly more annoying to make. Maybe I should bulk craft some of that. Pressure chamber walls aren't too bad. Let's start working on some of the stuff. So, just been doing a bit of stuff in between clips here. Yes, there's a death, which we're going to get to in a second. But this guy's been processing away. Ended up trying to use torches, which do transfer heat, but nowhere near enough. So we could probably actually turn this guy off. But we got enough LPG, we could make a bunch more plastic when we need to. Also whipped up a bunch of Tinker's stuff. And also a Tinker's anvil. So I made myself a Tinker's hammer. I've also got some stuff left over in there. A Tinker's hammer just to do a bit of mining, and it is pretty good. Pretty good. Just a bit better mining 3x3 than the Tetra one is. But yeah, just been working on bulk crafting a bunch of stuff. Currently working on getting some of these. So I've got like 10 fluid cells. I'm going to work on like 10 redstone. The PCBs, actually, yeah, they're going to need this pressure chamber anyway. I'm picking this guy's probably still alive, since he's a boss. Yeah, there he is. There he is. He one-shot me. So, I do plenty of damage to him. But if he touches me, I die. So, we need better gear. Hey, that's kind of cool. That's immersive engineering. Faraday stuff. The steel sword's kind of meh. I guess I'll keep it. I don't know if I actually need to get into like immersive engineering's high voltage things. So yeah, here's our compressed iron bronze sledgehammer. Didn't really spend too long figuring out which materials to put on, but it's just nicer for the 3x3 mining because it gets rid of all the blocks. Whereas like the Tetra one, like if this is like a really easy to mine material, it would just mine these ones and then leave all of this stuff, which was a bit of a pain. So the Tigger's Construct one is a little bit nicer to use. And with a bunch of bulk crafting later, the pressure chamber valve. That was the last piece I needed. I was actually hoping to make the advanced PCB this way, but I had to do it that old way that I think I've only done once so far because it's just a little bit... It's not too bad to do, but yeah, I mean, it probably would have been worth making a few more. But we're getting pretty close to being able to do this. Transistors we can craft or trade with our villager. Capacitors we might even be able to trade. We still have to make these. That's going to be a thing that happens. We're gonna figure that out. But I think we have all the stuff to create this guy. Now I'm pretty sure it's nighttime. I'm pretty sure it's kind of a box, right? I made extra glass because I figured we might want to be able to see inside it. Could be kind of cool. I guess it should probably live... I mean, in here would be pretty cool. Maybe we'll move some of this Tinker's stuff. Cool, so something like that. And we want to put some glass in it. But we also want an interface. So we need an input and an output. And we also need a pressure valve. So that's where the air pressure goes in. So I mean, that would make sense if it was like here. Let me just run the pressure. I have to rearrange some stuff, but we'll run the pressure like along there. And then we have an input. And somehow we change this to an output. Probably with a wrench or something, and then we could... Hey, there we go, that formed. So, I mean, that's a thing. We can't actually see inside it. Oh, that was cool. I want to be able to actually see inside it a little bit. Oh, we got a free security upgrade. Something like this, I'm going to have to go make some more stuff. That way we can have like glass and we get to see inside the machine, and then that could be like a... I guess it would probably be easier to use if we had a... like an input and an output like right there. Although then we can't see in it. It matters. It matters. How do we swap these sides? Do you have to do it like... Oh, maybe we do it that way. Okay. That makes sense. Cool, I thought we could rotate it, but it's obviously the way you put it. So that's input, and this should be output. Exporting crafted. Exporting all, exporting crafted. Cool. Yeah, we need to pump some pressure into this. Yeah, we'll just release some pressure there for now. You're just gonna... You can't do it that way. Yeah, okay, this isn't a great place to put this, is it? Turn you on. And that's probably going to take a long time to build up pressure because we've got no upgrades or anything yet. There we go. I need to put a security upgrade back in there, and we might need to put a security upgrade in here. And that'll stop things from exploding, I think. And you know what? I think... Like we could... Let's not put our time in a bottle on there. Like we could put items in here. Oh. Maybe we have to hopper them in. Ooh, I'm not sure how we put stuff in. Okay, so looking at some of the recipes, I just picked like an easy one, or like one we've got the stuff for. And apparently you can, I might just bookmark that because you can go to the usages. We can like split enchantments. So if you put a book in with 2 enchantments, oh, it went in. Okay, so it only lets you put in items that can do stuff. Now is that gonna... Oh, I can't get up there. So they're inside it. Oh wait, it needs negative pressure. Oh. Oh, okay. So that's interesting. So that's not going to work because it requires negative pressure. All right, so that's a bad recipe. Interesting. There must be like a vacuum pump. I see. I see. So that's a bad thing to test it with, but that's interesting. I didn't know you could do vacuum stuff. Ice. Unfortunately, I don't think I have any ice, so we can't test that. Kind of just looking for an easy one. Milk and green dye. That should be easy enough to test. Oh, I heard it do something. Something went pop. It's doing the whole... Then the bucket will go in there. Or... Oh, we already had the bucket. Wait, what? And there's the slime. Cool. I mean, these don't look great. I'm not a huge fan of how these look. But I mean, it does mean you could do that. And then get multiple things in. I guess you kind of then want them sitting on something. And I mean, yeah, okay. Sweet. Need to fix the floor. So we've got this pressure chamber. What are some of the first things we need? Because it's taking us down to this advanced, the controller, which we can make, but then the storage drives for refined storage are so expensive. Like a 1K storage disk needs this thing, and then this requires 1K storage parts. And it was this basic control circuit, I think, was the tricky part. Yeah, that needs the dissolution chamber. Wow. Which needs plastic. Which needs reinforced alloy. Needs lithium, which we can actually make now. Okay. Which means we need to get into power. Okay. Oh, there's a dude with a backpack. Dude with a jukebox backpack. Yep. Oh, he's fast. Was that your boots that made you fast? No, those are nice leather boots. Alright, so we got this thing going. I need to spend some time having a look at where we head to next, now that we got this guy set up. Maybe I turn this off so it doesn't explode. Okay, so been just playing around a little bit. Ended up making a bunch more of these thermopneumatic processing plants. Ended up crafting a little bit of plastic. This refinery is just sort of ticking away. But I have kind of been looking through some of the recipes of the things we need to make, and we're going to need a lot of plastic. I mean, things like these probably wouldn't be too bad to make, honestly. Like we could get into making these basic processors, which we need for the basic circuit boards. But then I started looking at, okay, so what if we want to craft a bunch of these PCBs, which we will, and then that means we want like these assembly platforms. We're going to have to set up some more mechanical crafters, which is cool. Needs pneumatic cylinders, and these need quite a bit of plastic. The rest of the stuff isn't too bad. I'm assuming these guys probably, yeah, they're going to need plastic in there. Oh, interesting. Interesting. You can turn compressed air, which needs a printed circuit board, which we could trade for. My villager didn't actually end up offering that, but I think it would be kind of cool to set up some sort of automation instead of just relying on villagers for everything. Yeah, I think we need to sort some better plastic production, which means we probably want to look at properly automating this stuff, which is not very well automated at the moment. Plenty of rubber though. So I think spending some time getting a couple more fractioning stills probably means we're going to want to set up better power, because these guys are not great. I mean, they're working. They are working. And then we've got things like we could be... Oh dear, that's a lot of snow. Automating this a little bit more. Yeah, I think automating this oil production would be good. I had mentioned earlier that I thought maybe we need to like wait until we get Immersive Engineering's pump jack stuff, but people seem to suggest that that's a little bit of a ways away. I mean, I'm just trying to remember like what sort of components are used. I mean, these don't look horrendous. Oh, this stuff looks too bad. I mean, I might be forgetting what's involved in creating a pump jack. Or if even you can use that oil. No, I mean, that doesn't look too bad. Yeah, I mean, maybe we can dig into that. I don't know that Immersive Engineering's oil. Bucket of crude oil. Can be used in the refinery controller, so that might not be a bad way of going, actually. Just for setting up, you know, better automation of, you know, I don't want to have to run out and collect a bunch of crude oil, so I think getting into some better oil production is going to be the go. And if I'm going to do that, I kind of do want, like, to start with the pump jack. Then we can have that guy running. We could then look at having, I mean, if we're going to do that, we're going to need more power. Do we get into like actual power? Like the basic reactors? Oh. Okay. Bunch more blast bricks. We've made a controller. Thermo generators. Thermo plates. Whoa. And it's a bit of crafting, but that's not actually too bad. This thing here is much different. So that's for getting into Power's reactor. Yeah, okay, that needs a lot of magic stuff by the look of it. So we probably wouldn't be going that route just yet. But if we had oil production, we could get compression dynamos, which that's using like plastic, which we've just gotten into. So maybe this is the next step in power. And then these guys can run on like biodiesel, diesel. That's going to be an okay way to go, I think. Setting up some better oil. Hopefully we've got an oil reservoir underground near here. So if we wanted that, we need a core drill. Then this needs like a little bit of power. We've got an energy cell. I can probably just drag that around. But none of this is too major. I'm going to whip up. Oh, what about iron mechanical components? We have this. Yeah, we might be getting to the stage where I need to start properly automating some things. But yeah, let's start by getting one of these core drills. So a lot of steel. Hopefully we've got some steel honeycombs. Steel honeycomb blocks. Steel honeycomb. Yeah. That should be a little bit of steel. And you know, most of this stuff isn't too bad, really. I'm not sure if I've got scaffolding. I did. I had to craft all this other stuff. Whoops. Oh, that's going to muck that up, isn't it? There we go. Nice, core sample drill. Yeah, the only thing What we might have needed was this crafting components thing to get these, and that was that one we had to make in the alloy kiln, but pretty sweet. And then we just need some power. Because I don't have a good way of doing this, we're just gonna take this energy cell. And if we hold this in our hand, we should see chunks. We don't see chunks. We'll check on chunk borders. You know, ideally, this looks like this would be a cool spot. This would be a cool spot if there was oil here. Would I be that lucky? Probably not. Probably not. Kimberlite. Kimberlite. What's kimberlite? Kimberlite. Diamond, apatite, and fluorite, and basalt. Huh. Kind of cool. Not really what I'm after. Okay, so not there. Crude oil reservoir. So 4,000 buckets. I mean, that's pretty good. It's not going to last forever, but that's a pretty good start, right? Cool. So we have oil here. Nice. And it's, yeah, right beside the base, which I guess is handy. Yeah, I mean, I guess we could just set it up like right there. But that's probably going to take a little bit of setting up. So we'll come back next time and set up this pump jack and compression dynamos and oil production, and we're gonna automate all of that fuel stuff. I think is gonna be the go. I should put this back before all of my machines stop working. Nice. But all right, we've got ourselves this pressure chamber thing. Haven't really made anything in it yet, but I think spending some time automating like all that oil production and stuff is going to be well worthwhile, because plastic, power, and other things. Anyway, it's been ClassicDuff. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you guys in the next one.